Hi, I'm Troy from Davy Construction, and we're just up in a house in Bethlehem that we built 2 years ago. I met my clients from a couple of friends that I know have built next door to them in the past, and I used their son as one of my subcontractors. He introduced me to them originally, and they found a section that they liked out Bethlehem and they wanted to build on it. Initially we met on the site and had a look at it. It was just a big paddock that was on quite a big slant really, it was a big hill. So we just figured out what they wanted in the way of their build. They didn't want a big house. They had an outstanding section with a beautiful view, and they just wanted to try and utilise that as much as they could without a big expensive house with wasted space. The hardest thing with working with a site that's on a big slope is obviously finding the right height that you want the house to be sitting at. We've got the mount here as one of the main focal points as you walk through the front door, so making that the main feature as you walk through the front door with the right height and cutting into a big hill, that was definitely the most challenging part of the build, is getting it out of the ground. Definitely my favourite features are the recycled timber that we used on it. Originally it was going to be pine, like there's a cool portico out the back that was going to be big pine posts. Then the owners, Dave and Andrea Todd, absolutely fell in love with this recycled timber from the old Wellington Wharf and the Wellington trunk line. We definitely had some struggles just with the weight of it. I think the posts, they weighed anywhere from 400 to 500 kgs alone, and we had to get them right out the back of the house. So we craned all them in, we scaffolded the whole lot out, and then we had to jack all of our beams up with a car jack. So we had to try and get that through council during the build had already started, making sure it complied with all of the regulations. So that was a little bit of the hold up, but definitely worth all its weight in gold. The end result was definitely worth it. I mean, you walk into, you've got the kitchen, the dining, the lounge. It's just one big area. Got a really decorative ceiling with beautiful oak bench tops that are incorporated into the cupboards, and everything just flows really well. This whole space, yeah, I just love the way that the owners just made this whole space work for exactly how they wanted it. They were after quite an industrial sort of look. So they did go to, and they got an interior designer on board to help them go through and put together exactly how they wanted it. If you're looking to do a project like this, especially say on a slanted site, or you want a few extra things in there that might not be the normal build, is to just get a builder involved right from the start. You know, we can look at things maybe a little bit different perspective to some architects. Architects are very good at what they do, but then we're also on site, so we work well with an architect to be able to put together what the owner wants in the way of their visions and how they want it to work for them as a family.